here. Bear with me just half a moment while I make sure to get all this set up to go live. And just looking for my stream on my TV. There we are. All right, we are live. Fantabulous. Good morning, everybody, here on my channel on KC Crafts. We are introducing a brand new, never before used, well, it may have been used, somebody may have thought of this, but I doubt it. Skill and Luck developed a brand new strategy. We are calling it the Wise Guys Progression. Good morning, everybody. Who wants to be a wise guy? I know I do. So we're going to basically introduce this system. I'm going to show you how it works, and then we're going to do some live rolls with it. Now, this strategy, I'm going to hide. Sorry about that. All right, let's try again. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, my phone went off. I had to fix it. That's why you saw a little bit of movement. Good morning. Okay, so today we are introducing a brand new crap strategy to the craps world. We are calling it the Wise Guys Strategy, or Wise Guys Progression, I guess I should say. That is the official title of it. It was a strategy that was actually developed by Skill and Luck that he gave me his blessing to basically introduce it to the community, and I helped him name it. So I'm pretty happy about that. But this is a higher bankroll type of strategy. You're going to want to come in with $2,000, which we have right here. Why do you want $2,000? Because it's going to take $200 to get you started per roll. So I'm giving myself enough to go with 10 rolls here on this strat. So how does it work? Okay, first and very foremost, I'm going to take it slow because there is a lot of moving parts. You're going to start off with $200. You're going to place that, have them place it across the 5 through 9. Now, that is going to look like such. You're going to have $45 on the 9, $45 on, on the 5, and then you're going to have $54 on the 6 and 8. If any of those hit, that will pay us $63. Right? Then you just toss them $3 from your bankroll. From that, you will then increase these bets. You'll take these up to, the outsides will go to 60. The insides will go up to $72. Yeah, we got up a little early. I didn't want to do a video today because I wanted to introduce this system to everybody. Oh, wait. I don't need quarters. I need nickels. Sorry, this takes a moment because it is such a brand new system. So I'm still working out the kinks on getting it all set up. All right, so the next will go to $72 per. So there is 70 and 2. Now, so I've got 60, 72, 72, and 60. If any of those hit, that will pay you $84. So I've got, just for everybody at home, I've got the initial 198. I added 3 to get me to 264. Now from here, I'm going to add 4. This will take it up to 352. Now, before I add this 4, I got to let you guys know. Once I get this second hit, you can regress down to 110 and you are already in Profitsville up $40. Or you can do a third push and take it up to 352. So I'm going to do that. There's $4. This will now go up to $80 on the outside. and then you will put 96 on the inside. Again, it's a lot of moving parts, but I'm just trying to give you the breakdown of how this works. So I'm just changing it all up, making it look pretty so you guys can follow. All right, so we need 96 on the inside. Let me grab another quarter. 15 and 20, and that takes us now from getting 2 hits and adding $7, we are up to 352. If any of these hit, that pays us a cool $112. And then you regress this down to 110. You can even spread out to the 4 and 10 and still be in Profitsville because you'll be up $149. If you add 50, you're still up $99 and you have the whole table covered, and you can play right off of that into any system you want. It's just a quick, nice, clean jump start to getting your bankroll going. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty simple, and you're not adding a whole lot to it. So let's reset this, and I'll take it from the beginning. That way you guys can see this in action. Let me clean all this up. I'm going to set it back to the beginning of the 45, 45, and then these are at 54. So there is 54 and 54. Okay, so that's where we start. That's $200 minus 2, because you do get $2 back because you start off at $198 on the inside. I'm just going to put $100 here on my pass line, and we'll roll it out. So now you guys can see this in live action. All right, we are on our come out roll. First roll we get is a 459. All right, so let's mark the 9. Now we're looking for any inside hit. It's going to take 2 to get us out cleanly. And if we want to go a third one, you definitely have that option. All right, so for our first roll, there is a 516. Now remember, this will pay 50, 60, and 3. Let me grab some change here because I'm going to need it for adding the extra $3 here. So there is $3. Now we will bump this up to 60 on the outsides. And then we'll make it, there's 50. Okay, there's 60. 3, 4, 5. There's 60. And now the inside will go up to 72. Yeah. So there is, oh, I took money off. That's why. 70. 70 and 2. All right, so we've got 60s on the outside, 72 on the inside. So now we currently have $264 on the table. Again, that's a lot of moving parts, but it could definitely pay off if you get those couple of hits. Now we're looking for a second hit. There we have a 538. All right, so this is going to pay us $84. So there's 75, 80, and 4. Now I'm going to add $4 to this. Very simple, 2, 4, and 5. Now, what will happen here is we'll increase the outsides to 80. The insides will go to 96. There's 95 and 96. Okay, so now we have $352 on the table. We're looking for one more hit. Now, you can, at this point, regress and be up $40. Or you can push it one more roll get a 9, which is the point, and it'll pay you 112. Now, I've also got that's inconsequential for this. So now that I have that, I'm going to regress down to 110 on the inside. This is why I like taking it that extra hit, because now I've got an extra quarter that I can put on the 4 and 10, collect all this off the table. I just netted myself $354. I have a profit of 149. I took 50 of it and put it on the 4 and 10. I'm completely covered. I'm out of the hand, and the casino now has everything covered. Everything is covered. Well, I take that back. Technically, because I have $100 here on the pass line, I am in this roll for $1. I have $1 at risk. One stinking dollar. I can't argue with that. That is very clean. Not quite too simple. There's a 10. Not quite too simple. However, as you can see, in 3 hits, I got the entire table covered. 3 hits. I'm only in this roll for $1 stinking dollar to win all that money. I don't know about you, but that's going to be pretty beneficial. So I'm going to run through it one more time as I throw the dice. There's a 5. That paid me 35. So yes, we'll run it through it one more time just because I want you guys to see this, because there are a ton of moving parts. Ready? We start off. Once the point is established, let's say it's a 10. Hey, Stefan, how are you? Yeah, puck is off now. I know. All right, so I'm going to show this again. You're going to start off with 45, 54, and 45. Or, yeah, let me try that again. 45, 54, and 45. So there's that. That's how it'll look. That's $198. When one of those hits, that will pay you $63. You'll add in $3. That will then take this up. How it will look is you'll have 60s on the outside, and on the inside you'll go up to $72. And then dink and dink, and then I need $5 more. There's 70 and 2. Whoop, that's a really tall stack on that leaner. All right, so now that I'm up to 60 and 72, if one of those hit, that will pay me 75, 80, and 4. At this point, you can regress down to 110, and you'll be up $40. Which is really nice, because I'm now going to be afforded a second opportunity with this push. I'm going to add in $4. What it will then turn into is the outsides. Let me break this all the way down. The outsides will go to $80. The insides will go up to $96. There's 75, 95, 96. And then I get a little bit more white action. Yep, there we go. Perfect. And now there's 96. So at this level, I've got 80, 96, 96, and 80. This is $352 currently. This next hit will pay us $112. You can regress down from here. We'll make it 110. I'm going to put quarters on the 4 and 5, and now I'm into this roll. So that was $149 that I was able to profit off of this. I took 50 of it, put it here, so $99 profit after that last hit. And I can show you. So there is 100, 200, 4, 450. There's another 50, a quarter, another quarter. Okay, so there is $1, $2, $304 plus the 50 I have here, so that's $354 profit. Based off of this right here, remember we initially came in with $198. I'm going to put 50s out there. This is all profit. And now, so is this. And if I have $100 on the pass line, I'm only into the roll at this point for $1 single dollar. Pretty clean. A lot of work here for the dealer, so don't be afraid to tip that dealer for taking care of you. In 2 hits, I think that is probably the best case scenario as we look at this table, because of the simple fact that I'm only having to add $3 after the first hit, $4 after the second hit, and then I can regress off of the table for 110. I typically will add the 4 and 10, or the outside numbers that I'm missing, and now I have the entire table covered, and it's all covered by the casino minus $1. What do you guys think? This is called the Wise Guys progression. And it really is a really wise way to do this, because with the initial come in of $198, now if you're playing craps and you come in with a $2,000 budget, $200 is not that big of a buy-in to start things. And only having to add $7 in total to get to this point is just clean. I love it. I can't think of an easier way to get to this point and risk as little as possible. You know, that's $205 in total that I've risked. I netted $354 with a profit of $149. I know that's a lot of numbers, but I honestly, I believe this is probably one of the best strategies that I've seen. So let's pretend that I PSO'd. I'm going to reset up here, and I want to run this one more time live. So it's, again, is going to be 45 on the outsides. It will be 54 on the insides. And there's 54. Oh, yeah, 54. And then, sorry, I'm just having to reset this up. So I've got 54 and 54. The rest of this can come off. Okay, there we go. We've got our setup. Now let's do an actual live roll with a come out and everything. Again, if you are coming in using this strategy, I highly, strongly encourage, recommend, come in with $2,000, because it's $2,000 or $200 per setup. And I actually go 3 because of the pass line. The come out roll, we have a 4-1-5. Beautiful. Let's make that the point. Let's now see if we can't take this strategy and get us into Profitsville. Our first roll, there is a 3-4-7. Okay, this is why we come in with a bankroll of $2,000. All right, so I'm just going to drop them $200 and $100 for the pass line. Get my $2 back in change and just leave it set up. Just turn the puck off. I'm basically just resetting since I 7'd out. Roll them, roll them, roll them. Keep those dice a-rolling. Yes, yes, yes. Agreed. Okay, let's do the next come out. There is a 3-1-4. Point is 4. Grab the dice. I'm not adding anything to that pass line odds because I don't want to extend myself any more than I already have. All right, so now we will look to get one of those inside numbers. There is a 4-1-5. Oh, those are not right. Those outsides are supposed to be 45. I'm sorry, I did not set that up correctly. 45 and 45. Okay. Now, this will pay us 63. I'm going to drop them $3 and change. And now what we will do is we will upscale this or press this. And then make another $5 change. There we go. Now the outsides are going to go up to $60. The insides will go to $72. There we go. I think the best way to do it is after that first hit, just instruct the dealer what you want to go. 60 on the outside, 72 on the insides, and it will make that a little bit easier because they mess with those chips more than we do on a daily basis. Next roll, we have, that is a 2, 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, easy peasy. Doesn't help us, doesn't hurt us, so we just keep on rolling. Next roll, remember we're looking for one of those inside numbers. There is a 5-3 easy ace. Will pay us 84. There's 75, 84. I'm going to give them $4 more. Just again, making change on the whites. There we go. Now, the outside will go to 80. The inside will go to 96. And now we're set. Easy peasy. Just added $4 to that. Now for our next hit. Again, at this point, you can regress and go down to the 110. It'll net you $40 off of that. But I'm going to go for one more hit. There is a 325. Perfect. That's going to pay us 112. And now I regress. I'm going to go ahead and cover the outsides. The rest of it, I'm going to knock down to 110. And the rest of it is literally going in our rack. And what I would probably do at this point, once I got to this, I've got 4 singles. I would chip in two more dollars and have the dealer play along with me, just because that was a lot of work to get to that point. But in 3 simple hits, I have everything on my table covered, including my $100 pass line for $1. What type of table minimum is the design for, Bob? This can work on any table, essentially, all the way from a $5 table, but I would have to say that this is intended for a $25 table, just because I'm asking you to come in with $2,000, and we're starting off each roll with $200. So this allows you, where the Skill 66 is meant for a lower limit table, lower limit bankroll. This is an